Welcome to The Voice of Survivors, a podcast that shares stories of strength and success after domestic violence from the Australian charity Broken to Brilliant. The charity was founded by domestic violence survivors, and our mission is to mentor fellow survivors who are creating a new chapter in their lives, helping them to rebuild after abuse.
Hi, Karen. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Nicci.
Do you mind if I do an intro of you?
Sure.
Thanks. With me this morning, or this afternoon, it's gone in, well, we're having a lovely time. May I introduce Karen Lindsay, Broken to Brilliant director, founder of Financial Superwomen. And Karen founded Financial Superwomen, a group of female professionals who give up their time to educate, mentor survivors of domestic violence around all things money. Oh, and I'll tell you why I go like that in a minute. And AKA Financial Superwoman. It's so lovely to meet a superhero, particularly when it's got money on it. I'll still continue. Here we go. The workshops have been presented in 3 cities already: Brisbane, Gold Coast, Melbourne. And so far, you've empowered over 451, because I'm in this movement here. And Karen is an accountant, runs an accounting and bookkeeping firm with her business partner. Karen is a mother and wife, and she's not experienced domestic violence, but is determined to help families break the cycle, and believes everyone deserves to be treated with love and kindness. That's so giving and so warmly from a survivor myself. You are a superhero. So that's such a big act of kindness.
Thank you.
What does it? What do you contribute to Broken to Brilliant? What makes you this superwoman?
Wow, what a question.
And I want you to come from that heart, okay? Mm-hmm. From a survivor's point of view too. I want you to be in that superhero status when you talk now, okay? You've got permission.
Okay. I think really it comes from everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves to have the knowledge so that they can move forward and make the right decisions for their families. And that's really where, so I liken the Financial Superwoman component as the volunteers are superwomen in their own right, but we as Financial Superwomen want to empower the women who attend our workshops for them to also become financial superwomen. So they are heroes. That's exactly where that comes from, yeah.
And we're talking about one of the main staples of why women don't leave.
Exactly.
Isn't this one of the biggest ones?
It is.
Kryptonite?
Yeah, it really is. That's where the control comes in and the fear that they're not going to make it on their own because they don't have the money, or they just don't have the confidence around running the money.
Or being told,
yeah, exactly.
You won't make it without me.
Exactly. Yeah. So
you see those women.
We do. And the mission for Financial Superwomen is to break that cycle, because the average, as you probably are very aware, on average they return 7 times back to the perpetrator. So if we can break that down and eradicate exactly, if we can, there's no return. They get out and they stay away.
Well, that because it is the power, isn't it? When the power becomes your own, once you see that, there's no going back.
That's right. Yeah.
So that this biggest hill of them all, here is Financial Superwoman here that can break that.
Correct. And
gosh, that is so friggin' powerful. I just, I want to get it out there.
Yeah. And it's not only come along to a workshop and have all your questions answered, take notes and off you go. we support the woman following the workshop too. So they get all of the contact details of each of the financial superwomen that are there in the room on the day, and they can reach out to them, whether it's via phone call or emails.
Yep.
So we will continue to support them. We understand that when they come into that room, they're at a certain stage and they've got certain blinkers on and they're listening a certain way, and they may not gather everything that they need, but we will continue to support them. They can come back time and time again if they want to the workshops, or they can pick up the phone and reach out to the different financial superwomen and continue to have the support they need.
That is so crucial here, because when we look at these expectations on us in a coercive control, there's also the inner expectations. And that would be, if I'm going to learn something, I have to get it all in or I can't. And there's so many other stresses going on. And you think you're a failure, you can't do this. Like me, I can't have that pressure. I'm a slow learner, or I might take my time. It's so great to hear that you get that that's going to be an issue. This is a journey. This is not a degree that you have to pass. It's going to take whatever it takes, but we're going to help you get there.
Yep.
Wow.
So to get back to the Broken to Brilliant question and the connection there for why I became a director with Broken to Brilliant, I started the workshops. I did the very first workshop, and it was only after the first workshop did I learn about Broken to Brilliant. So I was introduced through a connection to Kate and had a conversation with Kate. And when I did the first workshop, I thought to myself, I don't ever want to become a charity. I would like to perhaps enhance a charity. And so that's what happened. So Kate, through Broken to Brilliant, they had, I guess, a very cut down version of a budgeting program that they offered to women who had tapped into Broken to Brilliant. And so she said, well, what you're doing so enhances that. And that's exactly how Financial Superwoman came into the fold of Broken to Brilliant. And so when Financial Superwoman, we needed to apply for grants so that we could put these workshops on for the women. And Karen, just running a little program, couldn't apply for grants, but under the umbrella of Broken to Brilliant, that's how we got the grants and we got things really moving.
Wow.
And then roll on another probably 18 months, and then a question from Kate was, would you consider becoming a director? And I think pretty much straight away I said yes, because it just made sense to me. And
because of the banner or the umbrella part of it being the most important, biggest key, the money, the empowering yourself to own that, to break away potentially less than maybe the 7-9 times, or at least leave.
Yeah. I think really, I guess my eyes were opened to all of the programs that Broken to Brilliant were doing that were helping the survivors. And it's that post-crisis stage.
Did you know then that that's what your charity was going to be about, helping women of domestic violence? Or did you just, as you were looking to answer the question of who can I help to do what you're doing and add that, did you know that then?
I did. So when I created the first Financial Superwoman workshop, it was on the back of the Hannah Clark incident. So I was doing a program, which allowed me to learn how to create a community program. So in that education program that I was working through for 6 months, that's when Hannah Clark's incident happened. And so the thought in my mind was, if Hannah had perhaps had some knowledge and confidence around her money and finances, maybe she wouldn't have been in that situation with Baxter. But I now have learnt her story, and I know that's not the case.
Tell me what's the case now.
But
that was your driving, which is purely wonderful.
Yep.
Let's not deny that, because we learn and we grow. In that moment, the heart was exactly where it needed to be then.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
So I don't mean it's not the case now. I mean, I understand Hannah's situation was not the case, that it wasn't a reason for money or control that
Yes.
she stayed and was left in the situation that she was left in. That's kind of what I mean by
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not the case.
Yes.
So I did the one program and I thought, happy days, tick the box. I've completed my 6-month education program that I was completed and that was done. But the workshops just grew because there was such a need for women to have their questions answered and have their questions answered in an environment that was open and loving and connected, as opposed to sitting in a room maybe with a lawyer, in a sterile environment.
I'm
or
just
sitting,
imagining it now,
Yeah.
alone with all those feelings.
or going
to
into
death.
a bank
Yeah.
and sitting in the office of a bank to try and talk about how they can separate their bank account from the perpetrator. But our environment is obviously not like that.
Yeah.
And we're there to support the women as they come into the room.
When I met you and your enthusiasm and your eyes lit up when you talked about spreadsheets. Like I start having it. It's like snake to me. I see a snake and I spreadsheet. But you are smiling. You are all lit up.
Well, I'm an accountant. I like numbers and money.
Well, I've never met a passionate one. That also, you can see your whole heart. And I love that along the way you're learning too that there is not just that story of a woman. There is others and you're growing as well. And to anyone listening out there that grabs this moment and you can hear a superwoman talking about how to help you fly, how to break it. Listen and get this information because it's saving lives.
It is. And you quoted the number that we've had 450 women through our workshops.
Yeah.
That's the one person. But she has had impact on her children or her sisters or her parents. So the ripple effect is way bigger. And that's amazing. That's so cool. Yeah.
Thank you so, so much. I'm not going to take them anymore, but I will want some more later. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is inspirational to hear these stories and how people want to pay it forward, turning the Broken to Brilliant mission into a reality. You can listen and download the podcasts from the brokenToBrilliant.org website, where you will also find information about all our books and programs. By buying and reading our books, you support the charity, and the stories will help you recognise the red flags of abuse. You will be in awe of the strength and courage it takes for survivors to leave and rebuild their lives. All books in the series are available in print, ebook, and audiobook. You can send a message of hope and kindness by gifting a book to domestic violence survivors through the Give a Book program. Visit the website brokenToBrilliant.org to find out more. Thank you for listening.